sad note, and this was the loss of one of anchors, Darwesh. A shocker to all of us.
Complete shocker, by the way. Because I was just saying, we saw him on Sunday, because we worked on Sunday, and we just assume you'll see the person the next day, and then they die. You know, it's so shocking. And then another thing was like social media, how it breaks news without kind of any boundaries or regulations or anything. So I can imagine if you're a family member,
it can be quite traumatic. I mean, for me, I remember I actually got the news via social media, because by the time they confirmed that he was dead and all that, I was already asleep. I think it was about 9 p.m. And by that time I was asleep, getting ready to get here at some weird hours. So I come in the morning and I had no clue. Then in between, I think the first two stories of the bulletin, I decided, let me just check what's trending. And boom, after that I couldn't even, you know, read properly. But there you go. I mean, a huge, huge loss. Stevens, I don't know if you ever worked with him or closely.
It was a shocker. I mean, this guy was my neighbor many years. This guy was a friend many years. And like she's saying, we were here on Sunday. And I remember him leaving the canteen place there. And we met and meant some few jokes, and that was it. And, you know, it's a painful thing when you just think death can be so cruel that it doesn't give you a warning.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's why we say, when God give the family grace and, you know, strength during this time, we'll miss him.
Yeah, and the sad thing about death, it's like you say, it's cruel and so final. I find it so, you can't bargain, you can't, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it other than just thank God for those days that you were with him. And of course, Darwesh is, for me, I remember him as a very jolly, very happy, very warm-hearted person. And yeah, also another loss that we had in 2015 was Mzee Ojwang.
Yes, I will start by really, you know, saying that Darwesh rest in peace. It's, you know, my little girl couldn't say his name right. So every time she's watching TV, she'll say, Darwesh. And I tell him, no, it is not Darwesh. I remember when this happened last week, she was in the house, and later she told me she's still trying to say it and she still can't say it well. And I just sat there and thought about now his daughters as well, because I saw that, and the new child. And I thought to myself, you know, man composes, but, you know, God disposes. And all we can say is that grass will grow. And yes, Ojwang, that was also another really
huge
sad,
blow to the industry.
you know, sad 2015 loss, especially after, you know, we saw him looking really frail and unable to fend for himself, and the things that we were discussing about artists just not being able to follow through and being something. So that was also sad, because later on, again, you know, almost it had to take Sonko to save and rescue. So certain things, you know, coupled with the fact that people have gone, even how we now send them off also really gives you, you know, you just sit there and you want to make it better, especially for the family. But lessons learned, and we hope that then, you know, 2016 will be a better year for us.
The lessons learned from the two. One, we should learn to celebrate people when they're alive.
Yes.
Mzee Ojwang did a lot of justice to showbiz, and the pioneer of comedy in Kenya for many years. And sometimes we just assume you are there, dude, to do your job. And you know, he's not just toiling for himself, he's toiling for the country. I mean, it's the image of the country in terms of entertainment and all that. And I know artists, comedians, musicians, many times they go out of their way just to say, I'm doing this for people because I love my country. And we don't celebrate these people until the last day, when we just had so-and-so just went. And like we saw in the case of Mzee Ojwang and our brother Darwesh, everybody then starts
saying nice things.
And
which you need to know.
We celebrating you. We didn't know all these things, and I don't think those people got to know that you wanted to say all those good things.
You know, it's so unfortunate that they say, or rather, it looks like you become more famous when you're dead than when you're alive. Because you're right. I mean, most of these people, it's after they're dead that all this stuff comes up, and everybody's very positive about them. Whereas while they're alive, nobody's quick to say that you're a good person.
I think it's a good thing for people to start today. I think this is our last show. If you think Julie is a brilliant person, the way I think,
I am brilliant.
Let me tell you, no, for 2015, here's the thing. Julie is a brilliant human being. I need to tell her every day, or whenever I get get the chance to. I tell Stevens all the time, he's awesome. I mean, tell me I'm awesome. It's a good thing, because later on, probably I'm not hearing. Of course I'm not hearing, I'm dead. And that time people are grieving. My loved one, that time my children, my better half, my whoever else is there, they don't want to hear how awesome. In fact, they don't want to know that story right now. They already know.
And also a lesson to us who, I mean, that's to those who are telling you, but also to us individually, to make sure that you do your best with whatever you have. Because really, at the end of the day, like we say in media, you're as good as your last story. So make sure every story you're writing in life is your best. And leave it at your best. So very sad news there in 2015 with Mzee Ojwang passing away, and also with Darwesh. Those of course being on a sad note.